Money got longer, speaker got louder, car got faster. Turn to a savage pocket.
Yo, what is up YouTube? Today I'm going to be going over the NBA playoffs round 2, my predictions, my thoughts, my opinions, what I think is going to happen. I know I'm a little bit late on this. I should have started the series a week ago, but sorry, I was busy doing draft recaps for the NFL, and I'll be on top of it next time. But let's get this started. I know we're already in game 2, but let's get my prediction started. So let's start with the Rockets versus San Antonio Spurs series. I think this is a very interesting series. I think that these teams are almost polar opposites. The Rockets are a run and gun kind of team. They shoot threes. They don't play a lot of defense. They are very, they're very flashy. They are just a really quick three, and they'll just try to outscore you all game. But the San Antonio Spurs are a pass the ball around kind of team. They don't take bad shots. There's no real star. Like, Kawhi Leonard is their star, but their offense is based around everyone, and anyone can shine at any given moment. Like Jonathan Simmons, Patty Mills, Danny Green, LaMarcus Aldridge, Pau Gasol, Dwayne Dedmon. Any of those players can go off at any time for 20-plus points. But Kawhi Leonard is the basis of this team, and I think this series will be really interesting. I really like the matchups on both sides. I like Kawhi Leonard guarding James Harden, but I don't think that the Spurs are gonna have anyone to stop Eric Gordon or Lou Williams for going. Because I think Lou Williams and Eric Gordon will just go off the series, and James Harden will hit them in every position he can to score. So I do like the Spurs. I love Kawhi Leonard as a player, but I think that the Spurs don't match up well against the San Antonio Spurs, and I'm going to have the Houston Rockets winning this series in 7 games. Alright, on to the next series, the Utah Jazz versus the Golden State Warriors. And this isn't really even a question. The Warriors are going to win the series in 5 games. Not much to say. Utah's a great young team. They have a lot of potential. They have some great key pieces. Anyone can go off of them. They're a well-rounded team. Everyone contributes. There's no major star player. They have some almost stars, but in Gordon Hayward, Derek Favors, and Rudy Gobert, but I don't think any of them are stars yet. And I think that they're a little bit too young to beat the Warriors. I do like the center matchup with Rudy Gobert versus Zaza Pachulia and JaVale McGee, because I think Rudy Gobert can dominate the glass and protect the paint for them, and they don't really have an outside shooter that can pull Rudy Gobert out of the paint unless they're running their lineup of death, which I think will be crucial for the series. But the Jazz are too young, in my opinion, to win the series, and I believe that the Warriors have this in the bag. But the Warriors have been a little bit cocky, and I think that that can come to their downfall. They were talking about how they would rather play the Clippers because of the nightlife situation in LA, and that Utah is boring and dull, and that they wouldn't have anything to do there. And I think they should be focusing on the playoffs instead of nightlife and what they're going to do after the game. But they are the Golden State Warriors. This is going to be an easy series for them. I see the Warriors winning in 5, but I would not be surprised if it went to 6 games because of the Warriors maybe sleeping on the Jazz, but I cannot see the Jazz pulling the series out, and I have I have Golden State in 5. Alright, now on to the series in the Eastern Conference, and I'm going to start with the Toronto Raptors versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. And just like the last series I was talking about, the Golden State Warriors versus the Utah Jazz, I do not see the Raptors having a chance. I'm going to call it 5 games, 6 games at max. The Raptors are terrible in the playoffs. They are a great regular season team. They have some great players. They have Norman Powell, Jonas Valanciunas, Serge Ibaka, Corey Joseph, DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry. They added PJ Tucker. They added some great defensive pieces, and I thought they had an actual chance in the playoffs, but after the first round versus Milwaukee, I saw that the Raptors stars just shrivel up in the biggest moments, and I do not have any faith in them anymore. I don't believe that they're going to get past this round, and I think LeBron's killer mentality is showing up. He hasn't lost a game despite all of these games being close, but LeBron is undefeated in the playoffs so far. And I think he's turning this switch on, and the Cavs are hitting their rhythm, and right when they need to. And I believe the Cavs are going to have an easy path to the NBA Finals this year. But the Cavs just are dominating the Raptors. Lowry never shows up in the playoffs. The past 3 years, he has never been good. DeMar has had some flashes, but he still hasn't shown up. And I don't believe that the role players, even though they are really good on the Raptors, can carry the team without their stars playing great. And I do not believe that the Raptors stars can do that. So, Cavs in 5. Alright, and for the last series in this playoffs, round 2, I have the Celtics and Wizards. And this is going to be the most entertaining series by far, in my opinion. I believe that the Wizards and Celtics match up pretty well against each other. They both have their star players, and John Wall and Isaiah Thomas. They're like kind of sidekick players, and Bradley Beal, Otto Porter, and Jay Crowder and Avery Bradley. They both have decent big men in Al Horford and Marcin Gortat. And I believe this series is going to be very interesting, but I believe that the Celtics will prevail, and they will take the series. I'm going to call it maybe, I want to say 7 games, just because I really like the Wizards in this series. I like John Wall. I think he is the 3rd best player in the East, but you got to tip your hat off to Isaiah Thomas. He is playing tremendously. He is playing with heart. He is playing with strength. After his sister died in a horrific car accident, he has handled this greatly, and I have to tip my hat to him. Alright, so I'm just going to go through what Isaiah Thomas has been dealing with. His sister died in a car crash. He had to attend the funeral, I think the day before Game 1. Game 1, he got his tooth knocked out. In between Game 1 and 2, he had to have oral surgery to get his tooth put back in. And then, Game 2 was his sister's birthday, and he scored 53 points. And I think that is just absolutely amazing. I have so much love for Isaiah Thomas right now, and he is in my prayers, and I just cannot say how awesome it is that he has been showing up in his weakest moments to the spotlight, and I just really think that's amazing that he's been able to do that, and great for Isaiah Thomas. I have the Celtics winning in 7, and I think that the Celtics are actually a major contender to give the Cavs a run for their money. I think Isaiah Thomas is playing his best basketball in his career right now, and I think the Celtics can maybe push it to 6 games with the Cavs next series, but we'll go over that in my next prediction series. But comment your opinions on who you think is going to win in this second round of the playoffs. What do you think about my opinions? What do you think about my analysis? So like, comment, subscribe, and peace.